Alright, let's do this. Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up, gamers? Listen to this. Listen to this article here. See, the Google Stadia was walking on thin ice. And look what they tried to do. Listen to this. Google hoped to buy Epic Games for Fortnite on Stadia in time for launch. Wanted to create excitement for Stadia. Says here, Epic Games lawsuit against Google has resulted in an ongoing court case between the two. And then it says, during a recent court hearing, internal emails from the latter reveals that it wanted to buy Epic Games for Fortnite. Says here, Google is ingrained into nearly every piece of modern technology we use, whether it be YouTube for streaming or Android for our games. The company influence over the world is undeniable. Despite its position as a tech giant, the company is always looking forward to expand into other game segments. With Stadia, it sought to break into gaming industry, but this endeavor ended abruptly early this year. While Stadia is no longer a priority for the company, its recent court battles against Epic Games highlight that it was willing to take extreme measures to ensure Stadia's success. According to internal emails, Google wanted to buy Epic Games for its gaming business. Why it matters. This incident shed light on the importance of Fortnite, since Google was willing to go to extreme lengths to have it be a major part of Android and Stadia. Says here, spotted by The Verge, Google internal email reveals plans to purchase a massive part of Epic Games. Through this purchase, the tech giant was hoped to use Fortnite to entice consumers towards Android and Stadia. These plans were in motion as early as 2018, showing that the company was undoubtedly ambitious with its gaming objective. Later, Google offered Epic Games $140 million for Fortnite exclusivity on the Play Store. Ultimately, this offer was refused since the IP is too valuable to be limited to a specific platform. Since projects like Epic Games Store launch are still unprofitable, this move would not have been too beneficial for the tech giant. However, it shows that the company was desperate for Fortnite. During the recent court trials, Epic Games blamed Google exclusivity practice for the current monopoly of the Play Store. It revealed that over 22 distinct developers refrained from competing in exchange for advance money from the tech giant. Then it says here, without Apple in the picture, the case involving Fortnite, the App Store, and the Play Store is still pending. For now, the only parties involved in the argument are Google and Epic Games, still battling in court. Nonetheless, the case revealed surprising detail about Google and its hasty decision to kill off projects like Stadia. To view the list of all products discontinued by the company, head to Kill by Google or Google Graveyard. Well, that's the end of the article. Now, look, when it comes to the video game industry, like Drake said, started from the bottom, now we here. All right. Nintendo started from the bottom. PlayStation started from the bottom. Sega started from the bottom, but they didn't keep up with the times, because if the Dreamcast had a DVD player in it, Sega still would be in the console market. But Sega's still here, but they're doing software. Microsoft started from the bottom. Now they're here. Right? Valve started from the bottom. Now they're here. Steam Deck. Anyway, now, Google, on the other hand, now, when it comes to the Stadia, they were walking on thin ice. And me personally, I already knew this. Number one, they never came in with nothing physical. They just came in with a streaming service, and then they had third-party games. So the average consumer would have looked at Google like, why would I be buying your Stadia when I can get the same with Game Pass, or when I can get the same with PlayStation, or what I could get the same with Nintendo, or what I could get the same with Valve. Okay, so Google was walking on thin ice, and this now ties into the whole Activision court drama too with Microsoft. Remember, Sony and Google was going at Microsoft over the purchase of Activision Blizzard, and Google, I guess Google is mad at Microsoft. Is mad at Microsoft that Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. The Stadia was on shaky grounds. Okay, in order to survive in the game industry, console wise, you have to come in with something physical, and you have to come in with your own games, and you have to start from the bottom and work your way up. Okay, that's the rules. Valve tried it so many times, they never gave up. They finally got it right with the Steam Deck. Microsoft came in with an original Xbox. Halo was an RTS over at Apple, but then Bungie took that and turned Halo into a first-person shooter. Microsoft came through the door with Halo and did not look back. They started from the bottom. Nintendo, they was a card company before they even stepped into the video game industry. Okay, Sony, they teamed up with Nintendo to make a CD for the Super Nintendo. It didn't work. Sony took the PlayStation, took the CD back to the CD-ROM console back to the drawing board. They kept it to themselves, renamed it PlayStation, and came through the door. Tied the knot with Squaresoft, and now known as Square Enix, and they took off. So in this video game industry, you have to start from the bottom before you can rise to the top. So Google, they were on shaky grounds when they came in, and when you don't come into this, it's just that Google. I would say Google and Amazon are on shaky grounds, because this video game market is so competitive. So the Stadia didn't last long because the average gamer was looking at, like, why am I buying a streaming service when I can get a console from Microsoft with the Game Pass? That's what they're saying. Why would I go to Stadia when I could get those same games with a PlayStation? Why would I get a Stadia when I can go to Nintendo and get one of their devices and still play games? So that's what Google was up against. So that is what Google was up against. Now, to say you're gonna buy Fortnite, Epic was right for doing that. You know, keep Fortnite on every platform. You know, because Fortnite was too valuable. And Fortnite, PUBG, they took off. Fortnite and PUBG is responsible for the battle royales, by the way, and that game haven't looked back since. So for them now to be like, to try to go by extreme measures, is just show that they never followed the blueprint. They never followed the blueprint to succeed in this video game industry. Now look at I could use Disney right now too. They're trying to get into video games, but they're trying to use EA as the portal to get in. But Disney should have got into video games way back in the 8-bit Nintendo days. They should have been got in, because we're talking before they even bought the rights to Star Wars. Disney should have been got into video games. Okay, so yeah, they should have been did it. But now they want to try to use EA as a way to get in. But when it comes to this gaming industry, you have to start from the bottom to rise to the top, and that's the rules. And you can look at Nintendo, you can look at Sony, you can look at Xbox, and you can look at Valve. Look how they're doing. Yeah. Anyway, but then what this article talk, this article talks about the Apple and I mean Apple. Remember Apple and I think Apple and Google was in. They were in court over. They were they were they were in court over the Play Store. You know, they were battling that that court case is still going. You know, Google on the other hand, man, they missed a lot of steps, man. They missed a lot of steps. They missed a lot of steps, and that's why the Stadia it failed. You know, it didn't do so. It didn't do good because they came in with just a streaming service. Like, okay, you got a streaming service with third-party games. You didn't come in with nothing physical. Okay, those games that you got on your streaming service, I can get it on PlayStation. I can get it on Xbox. I can get it on Steam. So yeah, you have to start from the bottom, man. You know, so yeah, to work your way up, and Microsoft is a perfect example of that. They started from the very bottom. You know, they didn't build it. They had the network infrastructure in place already. They already had that in place already. All they needed was a console to get them in, and the original Xbox did the trick. Okay, yeah. So yeah, and with Halo, and it worked. And look at Xbox now. Yeah, and they stayed consistent year in and year out ever since. So, you know, Google did not take the steps that Microsoft that Microsoft take. And I said tech. They didn't take it, and that's why they're having problems and troubles in the gaming industry, because when you're starting from the bottom, you have to build relationships. You have to build relationships. You know, the name of the game is communication and relationships. And Sony did it, Nintendo did it, Microsoft did it, and Valve did it. You have to start from the bottom and build relationships. And build relationships, and then work your way up to the top, man. That's how it works. You're not just gonna bully your way into the game industry and thinking that's it. You know, Microsoft built relationship because they were in the operating system market. They had an infrastructure. They had network. You know what I'm saying? They had businesses. They were already they already published some games on PC like what's that, Microsoft Golf and Flight Simulator, but they were building relationships during those times before they even got to the Xbox. Okay, they built relationships. You know, yeah. But once they built that Xbox, well, yeah, it's like they were planting their seeds all over the place. You know, the roots were spreading. You know, Nintendo, same thing. They built relationships. You know, with all those years, and they just kept growing. They kept, you know what I'm saying? Sony, same thing. Start from the bottom, build relationships. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You know, Valve, they built relationships. Yeah, same thing, man. So you have to start from the bottom when it comes to success, man. You have to start from the bottom. You know, so that's how it goes in the game industry, man. You're not gonna bully your way in. You know, it's not gonna work like that. You're not just gonna come in with a streaming service and then come in with a couple third-party games and then thinking that's it. Nah, nah. The video game community gonna look at you like the video game community is not even gonna take you serious. You know, so yeah. And that's how it goes, man. So you have to work your way in the game industry, man. You have to start from the bottom in the game industry, man. So yeah, like with Disney, they should have been taking video games serious from day one. And we're talking Disney here. We're talking DuckTales, Tailspin, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck. They should have been took video in that time frame. All those Mickey Mouse games, yeah, like Castle of Illusion. They should have been taking video games serious then. Yeah, they should have been taking it serious then, man. So yeah, you have to start from the bottom when it comes to this game and stuff, and start from the bottom and then work your way up. Okay, yeah, that's how it goes. I mean, we know that Google has YouTube and they have the Google search engine, man, but they missed a lot of steps, man. So yeah, just because you buy a studio, man. I mean, like I said before in the Activision court situation, just because you buy a studio, it doesn't stop the game industry from growing. That's real. So yeah, you have to start from the bottom in the game industry, man. Yeah. Look at PlayStation. They started from the bottom, and they were looking for opportunities, man. And Squaresoft brought it to them, and Nintendo gave it to them with Squaresoft, and they took off. They took off, man. Yeah, Xbox. Yeah, they kept grinding. They never gave up. They had an infrastructure. They had a network. They came through the door with the original Xbox and Halo, and built a foundation. Then when they got to Halo 2, Xbox Live, they realized that their user base are getting bigger now. Xbox Live comes into play. Yeah, and they work their way up, man. So yeah, you have to start from the bottom in the game, and if you want success in anything, man, you have to start from the bottom, man. If you want success in anything, you have to start from the bottom, man, and work your way up. That's just the way it is. But other than that, man, Google Stadia, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, Epic right now, can Epic be bought? Can Epic be bought right now? If Google tried, can Epic be bought? Even though Fortnite is bringing them a lot of success, and they're struggling on the storefront to keep up with Steam and Game Pass, can Epic be bought? Sure, they could be bought, but the question is, by who? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Fortnite is their golden ticket, but do they want to be bought, or do they, or can they be bought? Yeah, of course they can. So yeah, you have to start from the bottom, man, in this game industry, man. You have to, yeah. This is the way it is, man. Yeah. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the whole thing. You have to start from the bottom, man. Yep. Let's see. What else they say? The App Store and Fortnite, Play Store is still pending. Ongoing court case, boy. Yeah, like that courtroom is nothing to be played with, man. It's an endurance game. Yep. Anywho, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Let me know your thoughts and opinion on it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek fan. More Dark Side. Go. Peace.